Hello everybody and welcome back to BallinCraig Estate. We're going to be working down in field number 11 today. It's going to be a potato field and we're going to have to irrigate it at some point. So today we're going to have to, of course, place the water trigger, or the hydrant, for the irrigator to run off. Obviously we don't have a water source such as a river, so we have to put this man-made fitting in, where I don't know where it's taking the water from, but yes, even so, it is coming from somewhere. And yes, we obviously have to plant the field and cultivate the field prior to irrigating. There's no point irrigating nothing. So we've got the cultivator, I think. So that's. In fact, I think we have quite a few. I'm fairly sure that I have accumulated a number of them. Yes, we have a few. But yes, we need to buy, or at least lease, the potato planter. So if we go on to potato harvesting, no, not potato harvesting. It must be in sowing machines then. And then we'll locate probably that one. Yeah, we'll go for that one. We'll lease it because it's only £4,640, not dollars. There we go. So yes, what we need to do is come back here later when we've cultivated the field. It really shouldn't take us too long to cultivate. It's annoying really because I've actually cultivated it before. And because we have two cultivators, we could sell them both and get a larger one. Now that we have the bigger tractor, the JCB, we should be able to technically pull more weight. A wider working width cultivator. So that's what we'll try and do first of all. Of course the Bobcat's going to have to come back with us as well. But yeah, first things first, let's just go and grab these cultivators. We can actually stick one on the front and one on the back if we take the front weight off. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. I won't do it without checking first though, and making sure we can actually get something we can pull and something we can afford. The affordability shouldn't be too bad. We have quite a bit of money, so it is really just the power. The first one should be in this yard over here, I would have thought. Where'd I put it? There it is. It's not a bad size. Oh, they're both here. It's not a bad size at all. But it's just not enough. It really isn't enough. Because, yeah, it's still quite a big field. So I'll stick the small one, the Lemkin, on the front, which isn't ideal, but it is possible. And then we'll put the other one on the back, obviously, and it will actually fold up because it's too wide for the road. I want to get it done very quickly today because I know that not everybody likes watching this kind of work being done. So I'm going to try and make it as exciting as possible. It's going to have to incorporate time lapses and that sort of stuff, but really, it really shouldn't be too painful to watch, hopefully. The best thing is going to be the irrigating because I really want to get that all set up, and of course I'm going to have to try it off screen. That was typical. Just to make sure it does work. I don't want to sort of build it up and say, right, today we're going to be irrigating, and then we get to it and the irrigator doesn't work. Although I don't think that's going to happen because I've seen other people use it, so yeah, chances are it will be fully working. I've used it before on FS15, but it was only a few months ago, I think, that it was actually converted to 17. So I must use it, definitely before the end of 17. Well, I suppose 17 can't end. I class the end of 17 sort of when 19 is released. But yeah, it isn't the end. It's probably the end of 17 for my videos, but for everybody else, it's probably the start for some people. I still get people to this day messaging me and saying, I can't believe you're on 17, I'm still on 15. So yeah, some people actually like the previous versions, some people like to upgrade. Honestly, I prefer to upgrade because from experience this game has always improved, it's never got worse. So the Lemkin, and we'll put the cultivator, we'll put the, what is it anyway, horse, yeah, we'll put the horse in here. There we go. It's not really narrowing it down, calling it a cultivator, as there's two of them. Right, should be some good figures. 12,300, and I'm not too sure about the other one, but yes, first of all, that's 6 meters. It's 4.8. The biggest we have is 4, so 6 is an improvement. Right. 8.3, that's way too much power requirement. So this one here, it seems good. We might have to get the weight back though, the front weight. So we'll definitely get rid of these. I have to walk out the trigger and back in. and we'll upgrade by 2 meters, which I think is pretty good. That is good. Okay, we might not need the weight, but if we do, we know where to find it. Seems alright. Unless it doesn't have traction, it might just sit there spinning its front wheels, but we'll soon find out. Hopefully, it's all going to go very well. So job number 1, cultivating field 11. Then I'll resume, and we'll come back into real time, and we'll sort out everything with the potato planter. That's going to take longer. It also has to be refilled quite a bit, but it really shouldn't take us too long. I'm going to go for the same approach, and I'm going to leave a headland like we did with the sugar beet. It works really well, and actually I didn't leave enough space, so if we leave a bit more, it's not the end of the world. That's the cultivating done, and as you can see there's a few bits around the outside which look like they haven't been cultivated, but in actual fact they have. It's actually manure from the previous crop, because we didn't plant it right to the edge, so I can't get rid of it, it just has to stay there, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go and take this back to the yard. We're not going to require it again in this field, obviously, but it might be used in field number 7. Field 7 does still need to be worked in. It may well be in a live stream. And talking about live streams, yeah, like I said, I didn't have the time in the previous weekend to do it, so hopefully next time, hopefully next weekend. This is the problem. You see, I have a job alongside YouTube, so finding time for stuff is tricky. I mean, I tried to put 2 videos out of the weekend, and because I have to record those, it sort of takes some time for the live streaming, so I might try and do some midweek, possibly. I'm not going to say this week, because again I'm very busy, but maybe the week after. If I don't do it this weekend, this coming weekend, then maybe. I can't say though, I really can't, but there will be another one. There'll be another live stream. It will be on this map, I would have thought. We've got lots to do, we've got harvesting to do, so I think we'll probably be working in field 1 over there, getting the crop in, but I can't really say for sure, because like I say, if I don't know when I'm going to live stream, I can't really say which job we're going to do, because I might have already done the harvesting. We'll just take each day as it comes, I think. But yeah, there we go, that's done. So now we obviously need to get the potato planter. We're going to use the big bags, because then we can actually take them to the field. The only funny thing about this is, I don't think you'd usually put the tubers in a big bag. I think that's more for the wheat and the barley, the seed, but it just seems like a good way of doing it if it's actually compatible. I'm not even sure if you can get the tubers in a bag. We'll see, we're about to find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these tractors off one of these trailers, whichever one has the straps. That one's there. So if we just leave that there, we'll pull forward out the way, and the JCB can attach to it. We're going to go via the field which is cultivated. We're going to put the bobcat onto the back. The bobcat is going to have some pallet forks. I'm not too sure if we've gotten it yet, although actually thinking about it, nope, change that. I'll use the front loader that we have here. It's going to take me a while, so jump cut. Right, there we go. So my thinking is we have to have 2 tractors, because we need to put the big bags on the trailer. This is of course assuming that the big bags do, accept potatoes. It's not a realistic way of doing it, because I'm pretty sure you don't do it from a big bag. I think you do it from a crate, but I'm not entirely sure. Anybody who does anybody who plants potatoes on a agricultural scale, in real life, please do let me know. That is actually a very interesting question. I would like to know the answer to it. But yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would be from a bag, but not sure. Because I think, yeah, you'd tend to create the tubers yourself, wouldn't you, from the previous harvest? Well, that's certainly what you could do in FS, but that's probably nothing to go by. Oh, looks like I've got some traffic. After you. Oh, looks like we've got a long stream of traffic. And then it'll all start to come from the other way as well. Oh, it might be alright today. The tree's looking good. Very good. Yeah, so the Bobcat can stay where it is. We could have used it, but the reason why we can't do is because it can't tow a trailer. And we can't really take the potato planter to the field and the trailer of big bags. So actually as well, we actually do have some seed at the store. We'll try and use that if we can do. It's been so long since I've actually done potatoes in Farming Simulator, I've forgotten. Because I don't really do it, because it's never really... Well, say this. It doesn't seem worth it. On a small scale it isn't, on a big scale it is. So you've got to do it big scale. Obviously, on this map we're not really doing it big scale. It's just for a bit of diversity. Right, here we are, the store. Actually, to be honest, the only reason why I'm doing it really is so I can use the irrigator, because I really want to use it. So that is the big bag mod by FSI Modding. I've actually retextured it to just plain white. It would actually be yellow originally, but it is embossed. You can see the embossed seed writing. Seed! But yeah, I just thought the white bag would look a bit more, you know, fitting for the seed in this part of the world. But I suppose nobody can really control what colour a bag is. I've always known them to be white, but I guess yellow is seen. Right, so without any further ado, let's drop off this trailer. We'll pull it a bit further up. Just see the sparks coming off the ramps. There we go. And we'll get this planter leased. Where is it? I keep losing it. I want to go for the big one. I think that's the big one. There we go. We should have the power for it. As for the weight, though, I'm not entirely sure. We'll soon find out. And yeah, we'll get the Massey Ferguson. We'll lift that bag up and we'll try and put it into here. Fingers crossed. I really do hope it's going to work, because I think it would look really good to do it this way, instead of just taking the standard pallets. There are actually a variety of different big bag mods on the different mod sites, but I've always found that FSI's mods are very good, except as long as you obviously stick the spike in the right place, like through the loop, as you would tend to expect. Okay, so 800 litres of seed. Is it classed as a seed? I think it is. Of course I need to be able to reach, but yeah, there we go, it's working. And it was consumed fairly quickly. But luckily, we have these which we've already purchased from a previous drilling session. So we'll get these put in there too, and then we'll load up the trailer with big bags for when we're actually in the field, because I really don't think it's going to last too long from past experience. Oh, this one's half full anyway. That's not very good. I could have used the two-wheel drive Massey, but I don't think it would have lifted the bags high enough. Ooh, it's going everywhere. Okay, that's good. I'm not sure how many litres of seed the big bags hold. I'm going to have to check. If it isn't that much, I'm going to change it. I'm going to edit the XML file, because they are very expensive. Or, yeah, the alternative would be to make them cheaper. Seed bag, only 800 litres. The other ones hold 1,000. They're 1,200 pounds. They're only 900 pounds. So yeah, something isn't quite right. So bear with me. I'm going to go and adjust one of those two values. Okay, so what I've done is I have pretty much filled the planter. It's obviously 98% full, so not 100%, but that would do for the time being. And as I just mentioned, we're going to now purchase more of these bags, but only the price, yeah, there we go, that's the right one, is now £400. The capacity is still 800. I did change that value there, but it is still 800. So ignore the 2,500. The point is, it is cheaper. And we're going to need quite a few of these, because I think it's probably about 15 to the planter, which is a bit much. If I could get the value higher, that would be good. but at least they're much cheaper now. So what I'm going to do is just park this over here temporarily. We're going to jump out. I'm going to begin the time lapse, and we're going to put all these, well, as many as we can do, on the trailer and hopefully strap them on. Then we'll go down to the field and we'll begin. We're ready to go. So obviously we haven't been able to get them all on the trailer. There is actually a surprisingly wide collision on these bags, so you can't really start them very close to each other. And they're actually pretty difficult to get on the trailer. They're alright if you're just picking them up to put them into the seeder, but yeah, as soon as you try and stack them, that's when it becomes a challenge. It's definitely possible, it's just you need a bit of skill. Okay, so let's go. Let's go and start planting this field. Ah, oh, crikey. Off you go. Quickly, quickly. Quick. It's like talking to a dog. Before the rest of the cars come. So it isn't as wide as the cultivator, I wouldn't have thought. And you probably have to go slower. But it shouldn't take us too long. And I doubt the trailer's going to make it into here. And I doubt that I'm going to make it into here. There we go. Right. Well, we'll hope for the best. Oh, it didn't even make it to here. In fact, did it even make it out of the store? Probably not. I'll have to fetch it later. So that's going to unfold. Actually, yeah, it probably is about the same width. 6 meters. We can check. I'd say it's wise to check. It is. It's 6 meters exactly, so it's exactly the same width. We can fertilise at the same time, but we're not going to because we're irrigating instead. We need to leave a headland as well, so that we can turn. And there we go. Now I think that we might actually do for number 7 as potatoes as well. It's really not got through that many, which I was very surprised about. I think I'd probably compare it to FS15. Like I said, it's been a long time since I last did potatoes. I've done it in 17, it's just not very much. So to finish off with, what we need to do is place the hydrant and also go and take a look at these trees, because they've just grown, as I've noticed. They're looking much better. Very impressive. Obviously they're going to get much bigger again. We're going to get even larger. But I like it. I think that's good. Very good. So instead of leaving the bobcat in the field, we'll just put it in here. Rotate on the spot. Oh, no, wait, sorry. We'll just crash into the back wall. I'll try and rotate on the spot. There we go. Kind of. 90 degrees anyway. Good. Okay, so we'll put that there. And yeah, that is such a transformation. When they're fully grown, this place will look totally different. I could have put them on this side too, it's just I didn't really want to, and we ran out, so it would have probably made it a bit too dark in there. But yes, the hydrant must be placed. Next time we'll get the irrigator itself. Now, which one is it? I think it's all of them. I think they all do the same thing. I'm going to go for this one here, and it doesn't actually matter where it goes. Probably somewhere like here, because it doesn't want to be anywhere near where we're putting the crop. We'll have to watch it with the flail though, otherwise it's going to be smashed up. And we'll have a serious water leak. Right, so there it is. I'll just quickly run over to it. £1,500, blimey, that's expensive. I suppose to put all the pipes in and everything, it would be. So there it is. That is our source of water, I think, for this field when we set the irrigator up. So we'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.